Did you know that according to a World Commerce and Contracting study, organizations spend on average $49,000 to draft and negotiate each complex services agreement with unique risk profiles? Today, business demands are harder to meet without talented, trained contract professionals. Here's what we've noticed in the last several years. Maybe you've noticed this too. As procurement automation removes the routine procure-to-pay work, helping teams focus on value creation, both buy-side and sell-side professionals must master the art of negotiating high-value, high-profile deals in order to remain relevant. In today's crazy times, quickly mastering critical skills like drafting, negotiating, and managing performance and outcome-based contracting is so empowering. It takes years to master contract negotiation skills on one's own, yet mastery is easily within you and your team's reach after taking the Contract Professionals Playbook e-learning program. Participants always finish the program with game-changing ways to boost their negotiation credibility, improve their ability to identify and address risks, and increase their organization's profitability.
You are 100% right, Jeanette, and that's the reason that I'm so excited to team together with you to build this world-class online self-paced training program. It really delivers exceptional value. I know what practitioners in this field need to do in order to meet today's complex and really amazing business challenges. The world has, in the last especially year or so, become even more complex. And so we're really not, we're not focused on cost savings anymore. We're focused on so much more than that. We're focused on innovation. We're focused on value creation. We're focused on risk management. And in my more than 20 years of doing this, I've discovered that all those things are very, very difficult for folks to pick up organically. They need to have education and training. In fact, I've been part of the IEOP Training and Certification Committee. I'm a member of the SIG University Advisory Board, and I've seen firsthand what it takes for folks to learn these complex contracting skills. Together, you and I have more than 40 years of combined experience that we put into this e-learning program, and it's all about what we know that you all know who want to take this to further your career and to help your organization.
Yeah, I was thrilled when you agreed to team up with me to write the Contract Professionals Playbook and develop this world-class online self-paced training program. When you started describing what you had done for your Fortune 50 company to deliver training to upskill your team, I knew that bringing your direct experience, my years of training, my years of direct experience, and my vested background to develop this course, and it delivers exceptional value for those who actually complete it and put the advice and our tools and actually implement our learning at their organization.
Oh, absolutely. And, I think a lot of folks know who you are from the vested books that you've written with Kate Vysasek. I mean, that was really a sea change in our industry, going from, kind of that more directive win-lose kind of thing to the collaborative win-win sort of thing that really moves the business. What folks may not know is, for me, at a Fortune 50 size corporation, I invented the whole strategic sourcing of vendor management function. Not only did I create the organization and hire all the folks, I had to train them, figure out how to, codify processes and so on. And it took a long time. It took maybe a decade or so to really get things running smoothly, where we have instituted practices that led to the Global Excellence in Outsourcing Award from IEOP, which is really prestigious. And it gets to going in and codifying all those proven practices that I've learned working with folks across the industry, not just in my company, but in many, and taking those and institutionalizing them and making it so that it's reliable and repeatable and replicable, and brought the same kinds of things here that takes those world leading practices and makes them practical and accessible to contract professionals. This is how we move beyond the blocking and tackling, beyond procure to pay and the basic cost saving stuff, and move towards value creation and business enabling. This is how our profession really supports the organizations that we work in and takes it to the next level, and it's all laid out for you.
What I've noticed, and I think maybe Lawrence, you've noticed this too, is we've seen in the last, I've been doing this for 18 years, experienced and talented contract professionals are leaving, and they're taking all of their hard-won wisdom on how to develop these high-value contracts with them. I mean, it's so insane right now. We're not even getting a chance to say goodbye, let alone get caught up on what's going on with the contracts that they're managing. Companies are super freaked out about losing value from their customer supplier relationships. And before the pandemic, some organizations saw anywhere up to 40% value leakage. So they're looking to their contracting team to make changes to protect the bottom line, eliminate risk or shift risk. It's a really intense time. And my clients are feeling, as contract professionals, they're feeling overwhelmed, undertrained, and they're thrown into the deep end to learn immediately how to draft, negotiate, and manage complex performance and outcome-based agreements. And it's a lot. So we came together to develop this master class. And this master class, the Contract Professionals eLearning program, does move people, whether you're a seasoned professional but new to contracting or you're young into the profession, how to move from awareness and understanding all the way through to mastery, because we deliver practical step-by-step advice. And we include 25 tools in the forms of checklists and spreadsheets so people can take the learning and implement it immediately into their organization.
Yeah, this really is the best, most comprehensive training that I've personally seen. I mean, when I created the organization, if I'd had this as a starting point, it would have taken like a year to have everything up and running and institutionalized as opposed to a decade. I'm not saying this stuff's easy, but I'm saying this is the best approach that I've seen. And I have a pretty high bar of what does good look like. I've been inducted into the SIG Sourcing Supernova Hall of Fame for my thought leadership in sourcing and procurement. I've talked to folks in all types of organizations, governments, private corporations, educational institutions, and so on. And have a very large network that I talk to about what do you do that really works? What have you learned? What were those scars? The things that you got the hard way, and all of those key critical concepts necessary to be good at this are the kinds of things that we put into this program. There's a book, there's videos, there's tools, there's tip sheets, there's a really comprehensive womb to tomb view of what does it take to be successful. And I wouldn't put my name on it if I didn't believe in it.
Right. Yeah, we've talked about the value that our clients are seeing, not only from the playbook itself, but also from the e-learning program. For those of you who are watching this video, your company can easily see a 10-fold return on its investment if even one person, you watching, implements the lessons we discuss. Now imagine, what if an entire team of 5 or 10 people implemented one of our lessons or took one of our spreadsheets or checklists and increased the value to your organization? Our program more than pays for itself. That's why we're asking you to reach out to us. Click the link below to schedule a time with me to talk to me about how to bring this program to your organization, or email me at the email below. Lawrence and I are here to help you get this training program to your organization, upskill your team, and enhance the value your organization sees from customer-supplier relationships. So call us, email us, set up a time to talk to us. We are here to help.
This is the Contract Professionals Playbook, the definitive guide to maximizing value through mastery of performance and outcome-based contracting 12-week e-learning program created by Jeanette Neiden and Lawrence Kane. Jeanette Neiden is a recognized expert in the contracting field, having co-authored Getting to We, Negotiating Agreements for Highly Collaborative Relationships, authored Negotiation Rules, a practical approach to big deal negotiations, and co-authored The Vested Outsourcing Manual, a guide for creating successful business and outsourcing relationships. Jeanette helps contract professionals master the contracting process throughout the contract life cycle, from developing requirements to negotiating terms to contract management. Her books and training courses have provided tactical and practical advice specifically for legal and non-legal contract professionals. She works on both procurement and sales contracting teams. Jeanette has worked with organizations such as the State of Washington, PG&E, Esterline, KLX, TD Bank, CIBC Bank, Brookfield Johnson Controls, CH2M Hill, T-Mobile, Jones Lang LaSalle, and Microsoft. She was also an adjunct professor at the Seattle University and taught courses at the University of Tennessee Center for Executive Education. Lawrence Kane was inducted into the Sourcing Interest Group, SIG, Sourcing Supernova Hall of Fame in 2018 for inspiring, insightful, and innovative work over the course of his career. He is currently responsible for strategic sourcing, functional excellence at the Boeing Company. He institutionalized best practices and created innovations that were instrumental to Boeing earning the prestigious Global Excellence in Outsourcing Award from the International Association of Outsourcing Professionals, IAOP. Lawrence is a member of the SIG University Advisory Board, IAOP Training and Certification Committee, and IAOP think tanks. As a member of those organizations, committees, and boards, he helped create many of the industry's leading practices. His work regularly advances thought leadership in strategic sourcing, procurement, supplier innovation, and digital transformation. Over the last 2 decades, he has saved his company more than $2.9 billion in architecting sourcing strategies, designing full sourcing lifecycle management processes and tools, developing future leaders, conducting procurement, negotiating with suppliers, and benchmarking resultant contracts. He is also the best-selling author of 17 books.